hilarious. All right, well, we are going to be starting off bans here with Disrupt, and it's Clubhouse once again, ladies and gentlemen. Disrupt is going to be on defense, so you're more than likely going to be seeing a Hard Breacher get removed here. More than likely the Hibana. We'll see. Going to be right about now. It is going to be Maverick, actually, which not too big of a surprise. Has a very large impact on this map, especially on taking over the server. You can create those hard walls that they set into soft walls, or you can just make kill holes, and there is going to be other Hard Breachers removed. It's going to be Thermite. That was almost an instant. Squad definitely know what they're dealing with here. So defensive bans now for both teams. Two squad going to be first. They're going to remove the Jaeger, which means they're going to want to try and bring some more grenades as well as just throwable utilities and not allow Jaeger to disrupt any of that. Get it? Phrasing. There you go. Secondary defender going to be banned right now. I feel like Milos right now with these dad jokes. Anyways, continuing down the line, our last defender, Disrupt once again thinking about it quite hard. They're going to remove Echo because once again they are starting defense. Didn't really know who they wanted to remove first. I believe Echo would be the better choice out of the two just because Maestro is so powerful with that ult.
Oh, 100%. It's interesting that Jaeger got banned out. It's not a super common operator that you see going. I don't know, it's an operator that sees a lot of play on the defense, but normally it's people who choose to take out another information gathering operator, maybe the Mira, or perhaps the Maestro, something like that. But all going to be allowed in, and yet he's going to take full advantage of that, picking the Mira on the very first round. We do have 6 pick back in, so there will be a quick portion of the match here where they can see what they're up against, and yet he will jump off of the Mira.
Actually gonna have Chef go from one toxic operator to another. We're gonna have Glaz in for, Ying in for Glaz. They're going to be attacking the basement. Now, the one thing I will point out about that exchange there is that they don't really have anything to play off of smokes anymore. They actually don't even have any smokes to play with. So there's really nothing to try and bait out any of the Evil Waffles toxic babes if you want to try and do that, or just try and get a cheeky angle with Glaz's smoke scope, obviously. So the only thing that this really is useful for with Ying is she is a massive catalyst for aggression. You throw those Candelas down, you have the glasses on where they don't flash you, you get aggressive, you get some free kills. Either that, or somebody gets aggressive right when you throw that ball on the ground, and you just end up getting shot in your face. But it does appear that Disrupt wants to go on the roam game here. They have Mo on Vigil. I suspected that when they did pick up this operator, but they also dedicated Yeti upstairs with some mutes as well. So, not only using Vigil's ability, but also dedicating some of those mute jammers as well to try and prevent as much droning as possible.
Yeah, they're going to make it really, really difficult to take Modiga out of that top floor. Hopefully he can stay alive, get some kills, but generally on this bomb site, it certainly has improved since the map buff, but it is really hard in general to roam on this bomb site. Modiga's going to try it, and I think playing the Vigil, having these jammers are going to be a big help to him, going to make it a little bit more possible, but we'll see how it actually works out for him. As we were watching in the last week, Modiga had a little bit questionable roam play, and so if he dies just early without getting anything, this is going to be a major questionable play by him. We'll see. They're still trying to take him out. It looks like there is another defender upstairs. It is the Legion. He'll fire a few shots and will make it back downstairs before he gets taken advantage of. But again, Mo is not too far away. They're willing to collapse on a rainbow.
Trying to keep this aggression on top of Blue Hall, Spades and Modiga stacked up, as you said. But the main thing right now for Disrupt is they are getting stalled out by this awkward hold of Disrupt. They have in a very peculiar spot right now. They really don't know how to handle it. There's actually 3 operators dedicated up here from the defense. I also see Yeti up top, or yes, up top in the catwalk, which you guys see him up there rotating through Cash. So 3 of the 5 operators all dedicated trying to stop this take from Toon Squad, and they're going to have to try and find some success here, at least an entry frag. But no, it's going to go the opposite way. Modiga going to take down Rainbow. Chef will get the refrag though, and he might possibly get 2. Plenty of rounds still in that 295, but Yeti going to put Chef down. But no, it will get traded once again. Factor, the SMG-11. Equal trade so far throughout this, and it appears that Spades has rotated back downstairs as the play is life and put down as many good mines as.
Yeah, it's good that they were able to get a couple of kills. I mean, they did die making it a 3-on-3, but just take off the board. Just took out the Buck before he was really able to open anything up. Then he took off that Ying before the Candelas can be thrown out. So I think that was actually great role play on the side of Disrupt. Yeah, you lose your 2 roamers, Modiga and Yeti, but ultimately those are expendable operators, and you still got your 3 guys downstairs. At least I believe that Spades has rotated back down. Whether or not though, those are the 3 operators you want to have alive for the late game, paid for those tricks, and then also of course the smoke and the Legion who can put those mines out. So they do, of course, still have a little bit of soft destruction. We just saw the Sledge was starting to open things up. Also, a lot of damage being taken down onto the Thatcher, so they'll start to open things up. But all in all, the attackers have lost quite a bit, and they don't have a lot of time left. Stokes.
This roam game punished Toons so much, and it's only the fact that they got kills. That was just the icing on the cake. They wasted so much time, and Toon Squad did not even have the hatches open yet. Only 10 seconds left. They've got it to go. Talon has to dedicate himself. They're going to try and push inside the church. Nade's going over from Factor. They're going to have to try and commit through the toxic smoke. Factor's going to take down one. Spades with the trade, though. 2v2. No time left on the clock, and it's going to get cleaned up by Disrupt as they're going to take the first round here on Clubhouse.
It was interesting use of the whole the Hibana pellets, right, when they were trying to get in with that push. They used one to open up the hatch, of course, as you sort of had to, but then they used two to just open up the wall, but they were both on the on the bottom floor, right, close to the floor, so they couldn't actually walk through that. They could have crawled through maybe, but they all forced themselves to funnel through one doorway, and at that point in time, I mean, you're basically just feeding into the enemy team. They can watch one doorway and know where you're all going to be coming in through, so didn't work out exactly how they wanted, but, you know, that's your first attack without two of your hard breachers available to you. You're attacking on the primary bomb side of the enemy team. It's going to get a little bit easier from here, hopefully, although CCTV Cache is certainly not the most attacker-sided bomb site.
Well, that is the one thing as well. I mean, this is Clubhouse at the end of the day. It is heavily defenders-sided. Mostly we see that 4-2 split going in the defensive favor. We have seen some very strange score lines, though, on this map as of late inside of Pro League as well as Challenger League alike. So, I mean, anything is possible, especially. I mean, that's why we play the game. You don't just go, oh, this team's obviously going to win. We don't even need to play the game. We play the game for a reason. I mean, have you seen March Madness? You know, if it was all based off of stats, then they just wouldn't play. They go, oh, hey, Duke won the whole thing, you know?
Very true, very true. We're always excited for the upsets, and I guess the main thing is Toon Squad shouldn't be too hard on themselves for just losing one, and that's something that they can work on, right? The next time they have to attack that bomb site, focus a little bit more on getting some good roam clear out. Maybe you bring a Jackal or something to counter those roamers that were really giving you trouble, wasting so much time, taking out your Ying and your Buck as well. So this time they're going upstairs. Not going to be a surprise at all. They should know where they're headed. And interesting, Spades is actually playing on the pulse, and he's going to be playing down below. Modiga, again, keeping with the aggression, also wants to play from below.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a different playstyle than they had last week. They were a lot more passive last week with the roam games, only dedicated about 1 to 2 people, not playing these extended holds either, as you see Yeti over inside of Bar. But it appears that they have made those adjustments like we talked about, really just went over things this week, and they tried to choose what their team was best at. And their team, with that lineup, as you guys can tell by just the player base and what their skills are, it's going to be aggression, and that's exactly what they're trying to ensue from the other team. Okay, yeah, we have bodies, but what are you going to do? You can't push us because you're going to lose the gunfight, and they're going to continue to bait that over and over again. They've been so good at these refrags so far, at least through the first round. Let's see if they can continue it into the late game.
It's really important against Toon Squad as well, because this is a team who relies a lot on their team play, a lot on their strategies, less so than their gun skills. And with that, Chef is going to be the first one taken down. Again, it's going to be the Ying who's taken out really early before you can use that utility that Ying brings, before he can really get annoying and under the defender's skin. So one more round where he's not going to be effective, Chef. At least they do still have their Buck up and willing to open some floorboards, but there's no retreat after that, so it's just a straight player advantage for the defenders. And on CCTV Cache, that's generally a pretty big deal.
There's one error that you never want to make when there's multiple roamers, and that is enter the building alone. You always want to have that potential refrag. Pengu talked about it quite a long time ago. There's a 5-second rule. If you cannot get to your teammate in 5 seconds in the system with anything at all, then you should not be within that distance. Speaking of 5 seconds, Spades is going to take a couple seconds to take down Rainbow's head. Move it for him. Nade going to come out. Is it going to make contact? It will down Spades. He's on the stairs, but obviously not going to know. Mo going to pick up one. Yeti going to take down Clutch in the process. It's all left up to Talon in a 1v5, possibly a 1v4 if he takes down the dead body, but we're still going to count him because he can crawl. Talon going to be on the roof. 50 seconds left, and things right now are just not looking good for Toon Squad.
Yeah, I don't know about this round. The ace clutch is going to be what it takes from Talon, former pro player, but he's just sitting on top of the roof. I think we've seen this a couple of times in Pro League and stuff. If a team knows that they can't win the round and they know they have stuff to work on, the attackers will just sit back somewhere where they're safe, and they'll just give their team time to discuss the round and discuss what they can do better next time. Because clearly, I think the mental state at the moment for Toon Squad is not there. Like, they have been thrown away these last couple of rounds, and they just have not been going in their favor. So like, Talon, he's already given up on this round. It's fair to say it's 2-0 in the favor of Disrupt, and they're just taking this time, talk amongst their teammates, talk about how they're going to attack on likely Gym Bedroom, and hopefully for the other 4 rounds going forward as well.
Well, we do not have any timeouts inside of Challenger League, so a very smart play by Talon. Just go, hey, let's talk about some things. We've got 45 seconds to really discuss. That is a sign of a good team right there. They might be down 2-0, but that doesn't change the mindset. They want the win, and they're going to continue to try and grind out for it. Now, analytics side of things, the biggest deal is the fact that they're just not dealing with this roam game. They're not bringing any utility to deal with the roam game. They keep bringing all these execute ops. They bring the Ying, they bring the Blackbeard, they bring the Buck, all this stuff to establish these angles, and it's not helping them. The thing that's punishing them right now is this roam game. Bring the Jackal, bring the Glass, bring stuff that helps you with these gunfights and helps you track down these roamers instead of focusing solely on execute utility.
Seems like Toon Squad have a very static way that they enjoy playing this map. As I mentioned, they've played it 17 times in the qualifiers to get into Challenger League, so they are very experienced here. But again, that leaves a lot of odds open, so Disrupt seems to be countering exactly how they like to play. And so because of that, Toon Squad don't maybe necessarily have a way to swap things up. I hope that they would find some way, as they have brought the Blackbeard. We were talking about a little bit before this match started. And so that's something that's changing up. And I guess we'll just see if that's going to be enough up against Disrupt Gaming.
Site, as you said, going to be Master and Weights. So difficult thing about this site is initially just trying to get lines of sight open. A big one here is going to be the Jacuzzi wall. That is usually the first thing that is attacked by the offense, but as you guys saw in the ban phase, we only have one operator that can possibly get that open. It's going to be the Habana, and actually very bad place for Sledge, and he's going to remove his head from Spades. What a shot on the Factor. Going to remove him from the game. No more nades, no more soft destruction, at least for Sledge. They do still have Buck, but they're just running rampant on defense with this roam game. Modiga going to catch a couple of bullets, but nothing fatal. Waste this. Blitz is trying to cut off the rotate for Spades, but Spades is going to play out his life. He does not have to move from this position. They have to try and move him. This extended hold has been working out so well, and yet another one will fall to Spades.
This looks like a complete different Disrupt Gaming. I mean, last time their roam game was horrible. They really weren't having a good time with their roamer, and now every time that their roamers push aggressive, they get kills. Sometimes they're traded for it, but most of the time it's not even that. I mean, they're just pushing forward, they're getting kills, they're wasting time. Honestly, it seems like a completely different team coming out of Yeti, Modiga, and Spades, the roam sort of trio that they've brought to Clubhouse. So, as you mentioned, I mean, it's a 3-on-5 at this point. Things have slowed down a little bit. We'll see Talon open up into the CCTV room. But again, with only 3 players to do it with, they are certainly at the disadvantage. And minute 30, I mean, they don't have to worry about time too much. Talon takes a little bit of damage from down below. They still haven't cleared out these roamers. At this point, it seems like they're just choosing to ignore, and that might be an issue because even Waffle with a shotgun takes down Talon. It's a 2-on-5. Toon Squad doesn't look like that pseudo timeout helped them out all that much.
Rolling out.
So many solo plays from Toon Squad, and that's the biggest deal right now for them. That's why you see so many bodies going down and no refrag. I mean, it's a 5 versus 2 right now. The last 2 operators, Glitch as well as Chef, the last 2 alive, just not really able to do much. I mean, like they really cannot get this drone game going. Evil Waffle coming up huge with this mute, and he's going to continue to play out his life. Glitch doesn't know where he is. He's playing the low angle because he knows it's a Blackbeard, and he's going to win that fight too. SMG-11 helping him out with that rate of fire. That's the way to eliminate that shield. It's all left up to the Ying. Mo's going to get full blinded here, but I don't think Chef's going to be alive for too much longer, and no, Waffle going to take down Chef, and that's going to be round number 3 for Disrupt on this defense.
This is the Disrupt Gaming I was expecting to see in the very first week of Challenger League. They're looking like a much more coordinated team. They're playing the aggressive plays, and it's actually working for them. Toon Squad, I don't know necessarily that they're messing up too hard. It's just that they can't seem to counter this aggression that's coming out of Disrupt. I think on paper, this is the way this matchup should be going. However, looking at their last week, this is certainly a surprise to come out from well, the team with no wins, Disrupt, versus the team with no losses, Toon Squad.
I mean, what would you expect from a team that has 2 pro players on it, or previous pro players on it?
Yeah, I mean You would expect something good, but looking at them last week, our expectations were sort of shattered. So I'm glad that they've been able to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, you have Yeti, you have Evil Waffle, and then you have 3 people with a ridiculous amount of talent in this game, especially Mo and Spades. Those are 2 of the most frag-heavy people I know inside of the Rainbow Six scene, inside of North America right now, that have not been a pro player. You know, Mo and Spades are absolutely insane. There you go, Spades top of the leaderboard. A kid from Xbox, known him for a very long time. He's incredible in this game, especially if you give him information. That is one thing that Disrupt is doing a fantastic job of right now, is feeding information to those roamers. Paid back tenfold. So I believe they're going to continue this roam game, because right now Toon Squad does not have an answer for it. And the biggest thing about that is the fact they're not even bringing anything to try and establish this drone game at all. I mean, the thing that's really messing them up is the amount of mute play that's getting played by Yeti, by Evil Waffle, by everybody on the team. And they're not bringing anything to counter it. They do have Chef on Thatcher, but he's not dedicating those EMPs to try and get rid of these mutes where they can try and get roamers pinched. They just let them run freely, and that's not something you really want to do, because they've been finding so much success with this throughout. I mean, the last 2 rounds have been a perfect round by the defense.
There's been a bit of a swap on the operators from the defense. Modiga going over to the Valkyrie rather than playing on the Vigil. The Vigil was working out pretty well for him, so it's a little interesting that he changed. Oh no, coming into the tunnel, trying to charge up. That was Reed, and he's going to get punished pretty hard. Already, Toon Squad are in their basement. They're just ignoring all of the roamers, and now they're dealing with a couple of gas grenades, but they've got the numbers advantage. All of the players on the defense are upstairs. They're not worried about this bomb site. They can just come in and plant. Spades come down, and he's going to be able to get the kill on the Glitch. It's at least 1 in favor. In fact, Factor kills himself with a grenade. Yikes, that's not what you want to see. That's okay, though. It's still even numbers, and they have the positional advantage. They're already inside. They want to see them start planning, but they just haven't started yet. I don't know exactly where Talon is at, if he's not necessarily in the bomb site yet, or what's going on with him. Maybe they're just worried about these roamers coming back into sight, but they did have that site control, so they should be able to go for the plant as soon as they feel like it.
Yeah. Sign of stock right now, but Talon. Yeah, it's going to be Mo, and he does have the diffuser. He's boxes downstairs inside of Armory. He hears the drone go off. He's going to shoot it. Now it's a little bit of a bait, so the Talon could recognize if someone was downstairs. He's going to get taken down from the other end, though. Yeti will be able to secure that kill. Spades finds one of his own, actually. Yeti going to take down Chef. It's a 1v2, and Yeti once again onto Rainbow. Disrupt. No brakes on this train right now.
It's disappointing, because that was looking like a really nice execute from Toon Squad, right? You're having trouble with the roamers, fine, that's okay. Push into the bomb site, completely ignore the roamers, just get in and plant. But they didn't plant the bomb, right? They got down there, they killed all the anchors, it was going really well for them, and then they just let the roamers come back down, and eventually the gunplay from Mo, the gunplay from Yeti just completely outshined the whole of Toon Squad. So I don't know, I would like to see them maybe dedicate a little bit harder to that strategy, right? Keep everybody down in the basement and just cover your guy so that he feels safe to plant. Talon, I know he wasn't planting because he was worried about getting pushed, right? When he threw that drone, he started to plant, but then the drone got shot, so he needed to stand up and fight, and eventually lost that gunfight. But I don't know, he was down there for a long time, and there doesn't seem to be like any of the roamers were close enough for Disrupt when that push initially came out.
Disrupt is going to continue this onslaught until Toons does something to change it up. They tried to change it up, they tried to get aggressive on the site, and they did well. As you said, they get on site, they take down the anchors, good stuff, but they second guess the push. That's the issue. That's something that gets inside of a lot of people that play this game's head, all the way down from casuals all the way up to Challenger League and Pro League. Once you're inside of your own head, especially in Rainbow Six, you're not going to win. Once you start not believing in your skill and what you can do, you're not going to win. They get this push, they get the anchors killed, they have plenty of time to get that bomb down pop, but they just don't. Like, okay, well, is somebody gonna kill me? He didn't just go, okay, plant down now. Like, just throw the bomb down. Just go. You have to go. If you second guess, that's when you lose.
The mental game is so big in Rainbow Six, and we are seeing another swap up come out. At least they're continuing to try new things. I can appreciate this. Rainbow moving over to the Montaigne, and this is a strategy we see pretty often. You'll see the Montaigne pushing into Garage. That's where he's at right now. That can be really useful to push people out of Garage. There's nobody actually playing up top there, and oftentimes you'll see like a Maestro or something with the Evil Eyes to try to hold on to Garage, and they put a lot of emphasis there. But that's not really what Disrupt are doing. They have people down below. I mean, they've got Spades. the only person who's sort of in Garage, but they've got nobody playing up top, so Rainbow's actually been able to take a lot of ground here pretty much for free. We'll see if that's going to actually help them out in terms of their push, if they want to actually take it through Garage. But again, they're going to have to deal with these roamers one way or another, because if you try to push in through Garage without taking out those roamers, I mean, you're just going to get flanked and killed.
Absolutely, and they have Yeti all the way across the map too. I think this is once again a lack of joining from the offense, no real information getting dedicated. Either that or they don't even want to deal with it. But Spades, here he comes. So once again, Chef gonna get taken down, Mo's gonna get lit up, but again, no secured kill, only half damage done to him. They have the Garage taken over. Hibana opened up the wall, but still not much to show of it. I mean, Glitch gonna finally find Yeti, but we're already a minute and 15 in. They already lost somebody. It's gonna be the Capitao. No more asphyxiating bolts, no more smoke bolts. I mean, that's a pretty even trade so far. I fail to find where, you know, they're lacking these drones, and actually I believe this is going to be another kill here. Spades going to peek out, and yes, Glitch going to get taken down, ladies and gents. That's why you don't drone in front of an open door, especially one where you think somebody is. Quick lesson there for you. Learn from Glitch's mistake, not your own. Anyway, continuing on from that fact, once again, the roam game is what's punishing them, and they do nothing to stop. They try and ignore it, but Disrupt is not afraid to try and rotate back and do something to stop it, as Reed and Evil Waffle both find a kill on site. They just cannot find an answer for anything that Disrupt's doing right now. It's going to be all left up to Talon again. He's outside. Same situation as last time, basically, except this time it's a 1v4, and he's got to try and find something here, but I don't think he's going to find much. He's going to stand outside, QE back and forth, do a little bit of a Macarena, and send this one home. So this is going to be 5-0 in favor of Disrupt here on Clubhouse. Corn, I just don't think they have the answers here on offense.
No, they're going to need to change things up once they swap. I mean, they do still have one more round. Let's give them that. And it's going to be more than likely an attack on a gym bedroom. Probably the best bomb site for the attackers, ignoring the bars, because nobody goes to the bars. So, I mean, they've got their best opportunity coming up here, but they've already failed at attacking it once, and it wasn't even really all that close. So, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. I think for this round 5 defense, a lot of emphasis to be put over to Reed. He hasn't been a super standout player because he's more of a support guy. He's one of their rookies that DG actually picked up. Hasn't played in the Challenger League before, but he was very, very impressive the first week. And the way that he plays, very passive style, allows those roamers to do exactly what they need to do. And I've been really impressed with how he played the Mira and how he's been playing throughout the rest of these rounds. Hasn't needed to pop off because Yeti and everybody else has been doing it for him. But I think despite the fact that he's not up there on the scoreboard, Reed deserves a lot of credit for DG as well.
Best moral support in the game.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Best moral support in the game. Anyways, back to this point, we'll get a little bit of analytics going here, because basically all of these rounds have been the same, just a different site. They've only really tried one thing new, and it's, okay, we're just going to rush sites, see if we can get some picks on these anchors. They get that, and then they just don't do anything with it. Main thing for me is the fact that they're not roaming away from the site. What I mean by that is they're not starting from one side going, okay, we know they're playing heavy roam games. Someone's got to be over here by strip. Somebody's got to be bar. Yeti's been so far away from the site every single time, and they've done nothing to try and drone him out or have any effect against him. And that's a huge thing, because Yeti's come up with dividends every single time, getting kills, wasting time, and that's not what you want. He's 5-2 right now. Spades is 9-0, but Spades has been playing very close to site. Yeti, on the other hand, has been doing these massive roams, and he's an easy pick. You played Montang last round. Push him with somebody else, push him with Factor, push him with someone that's playing with these fagging operators, find him, push him, get your kill, and then start from there where you already have a roamer off the board.
It is worth noting that the way that these operator bans went, the attack did get pretty neutered. Losing 2 of your 3 hard breachers is really rough. You are left with Hibana, so that does give you like 3 hatches. I mean, it gives you a lot of flexibility. But you can only really open up like 1 hole to try to walk through, and especially in Clubhouse, not having hard breachers can hurt you quite a bit. And the defense didn't lose anything too major. Losing Jaeger hurts you quite a bit, getting really good grenades, but so far we haven't seen a lot of that from Blue Squad, and Echo going off the board certainly hurts, but you still got Maestro, you still got Mira, you still got a lot of intel that you can try to gather, so I think certainly the way that these bans went, you'd expect the defense to be doing good, but certainly not this good. I don't think there's really any set of bomb sites or, well, maps or bans that should lead you to a 6-0. And we're not at a 6-0 yet, but Toon Squad...
We're getting there.
Oh, yeah. We're not too far off at this point.
And honestly, coming into the season, I had a lot of faith inside of Toon Squad. They might just be getting a lesson in what they really need to fix right now. They probably thought that they were good on Clubhouse, like, hey, we don't want to take him over to the map's name's escaping me right now for some reason. I want to call it Valley.
Villa?
It's not Valley. Villa. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, Pop. Valley popped in my head and just wouldn't go away. Anyways, they didn't want to take him to Villa, as you said. Very much success has been found on Villa from Toon Squad. And they're like, all right, well, they probably know what we're going to do, so let's take him somewhere else. We feel confident on Clubhouse. That's why I allowed it in this far. And DG was ready for that. I honestly feel that DG scrimmed Clubhouse a lot this week because they found so much success so far. But speaking of success, Toon Squad finally going to find some of their own with 2 frags, and it's going to be 2 of the top fraggers, Spades and Mo, both going down. Yeti, only Roman left alive upstairs. Actually, he's rotated all the way back in his sight. The only one out is going to be Evil Waffle over in the cash room area. Nade going to go off, do a little bit of damage to him. Factor's going to find Yeti. It's going to be a 5v2. Finally, the coin has flipped. Waffle going to be secured as well. And what do you know? Looks like a mirror image of itself, as Reed is going to be the last one alive. Factor, a little bit of health on him, but nothing to really find. Reed going to try and rotate back to the bathroom. He's going to remove the head of Factor, but an immediate refrag from the Brainbow himself. Squad will finally find their footing here on Clubhouse.
That's good. If they'd lost that, then they couldn't possibly win it. Now it's technically possible if they want to pull the old chaos strategy and bring it back 7-5. It's a little throwback to European Pro League that was on earlier today. Yeah, it's a throwback like an hour ago. It's all right. But now that they still have the opportunity to win it, I mean, they
listen
did
here,
what they had
production.
to do, right?
Don't tell us what to do, all right?
They won it, and they did exactly what they had to do. They took out the roamers early, and from there, everything sort of just followed suit. And they took out the important roamers, right? They took out Mo, they took out Spades, and those are the guys who were really pulling up the frags. Yeti fell soon after, and then Reed in a 1-on-5, probably not going to clutch that most days of the week. So now we'll change sides, and we really need to see Toon Squad start to pick it up. And I don't think that it's out of the question for them to do so, because they are confident on this map. They get to now sort of choose how the rounds each play out. They can play the strategies they want to. Defense on Clubhouse. This is still doable.
Alright, so I have a lot of ways that I explain Rainbow Six to people that are new to the game or people that don't really understand COP. One of the main ways that I explain Rainbow Six, it is a game where the people that make the least mistakes win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like other games, like we'll take Call of Duty for instance. You play domination or whatever. If you guys make a big error, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? You can still go back, like recap the other side and come back across. All right, everything's fine. Inside of this game, if you make a big error, you're going to more than likely to lose that round and put the other team at a massive advantage, right? Well, the thing is here, they prevented that from happening. Instead of making it to where it's a one-round game where it's either, okay, if we make any kind of error, we automatically lose and they get 3 points, we get absolutely nothing. It's come back to where, okay, we can still slip up a little bit. We still have one round inside of, still have one round to possibly have a slip up, and we're still going to be inside of this game. So good thing that they won that round, because if this was 6-0, you cannot count on going 6 rounds straight on defense. It's just not something that is in the cards.
It's what they're going to need, though, if they want to take the win. I think a tie is not out of the question. It really depends on if their defense can be quite as strong as Disrupt's, and that might seem kind of obvious, but you know, it's something here that on Clubhouse, a lot of teams have good defenses, and so if you have a good hold, it can be really, really improbable that the attackers are able to break it. So phone calls going out, and Spades is actually getting a lot of information because of it. However, he's got a Goo Mine, but it doesn't quite matter. Chef's not looking the right way, and he's going to get punished for it. At least only 4 left alive for the defenders. Oh no, and caught out. Oh no, they got taken down. Rainbow 3-on-5 now, and that's going to be your mute going down. I mean, those aren't 2 operators that are super crucial for late game. You'd like to have the Legion alive for a little bit longer so you can create a couple more Goo Mines, but I mean, you've got 3 anchors who are sitting back on site. Your roamers instantly not as effective as they were on DG.
The Dokkaebi pickup paid out massively here for the offense, and I mean, that phone call, 1 phone call, 2 kills, I mean, what more can you ask for? And they're also going to get cameras, so all of Glitch's Evil Eyes are going to be in the hands of the offense. They can't shoot lasers, but they can see through them. That is a big thing. So they are going to be able to get all the hatches open now. X-Kairos, all of them still on Evil Waffle, so no hatches open just yet. They are playing A Factor on the Kaid, though, which means that they can possibly do a trick if they want to, but it seems like they have just dedicated them all to the hatches. They're going to let the cards lie where they may. So Waffle getting to open the kitchen now, so he can do the little repel, flip upside down, and shoot it on the hatch after Lead helps him out with one of those EMP grenades. They will drone out Mud Time in C1. But main thing about that upstairs take is the fact that the difference between the DG hold upstairs and the difference between the 6 hold upstairs, disregard that right now. We have 2 people in the back of Armory, and they're getting aggressive. Yeti's moved all the way up. The red dot user himself, he's actually going to get taken down. Mo going to find one of his own. It's going to be Spaze that gets taken down, actually. Mo going to find yet another Yeti. Oh my goodness, Disrupt the rolling over him, put him in steamroller. My God, it's going to be 6-1 here. We are rolling on to match point. Disrupt against Toon Squad, and like I talked about earlier, you know, it's a good thing that they didn't allow them to get to 6-0, because if you make an error, then they automatically win. But now they're in hot water, and like really hot water. So
yeah,
apparently Yeti's duo just got banned. So
rest in peace.
Rest in peace to that Battle Eye guy.
What's really important in that matchup was look at the operator lineup. They're bringing the same lineup that they did in that last round, and there's so much roam denial. You've got the Jackal, you've got the Dokkaebi, Ash being brought as well for that fragment potential, and then you can have your Hibana Thatcher. Of course, you need to be able to get into that site, worry about the Kaid. But 3 operators who really have a strong point in taking out those roamers. And so why weren't we seeing Toon Squad do the same thing? Disrupt were watching Toon Squad for 6 rounds. They said, well, they're not denying our roamers. Now we have the opportunity to go on that side. What should we do? Well, we should probably deny roamers. And that was working really well for us. Let's just counter what we were doing. That worked out great.
And the ridiculous thing is they brought the 2 operators. Well, we didn't talk about Dokkaebi, and that's something that I failed to bring up. But they brought Jackal and they bring Dokkaebi. That's the 2 operators that you want to try and deny roam. Yes. You have a vibrating phone in their pocket and their feet are getting tracked. All you need is a lion, but guess what? He's banned. Like that's the most toxic lineup, or the best. I know that people use toxic as kind of like a label, but toxicity inside of this game, operator choice wise, just means they're the best at what they do. That is truly it. You know what I mean? Like what's being the best at? Disruption. All right. What's the best thing for Dokkaebi and Jackal? Their best thing is hunting down roamers, and that's exactly what DG did. They're like, hey, we had a great roam game. They're probably going to try and do that too. Let's bring these 2 operators, and we can literally mess everything up for them. And that's exactly what they did. They walk upstairs, they take 2 easy frags, and they walk directly into sight. They literally just jumped in the back armory, like, hey guys, we're here. What's up? Killing. Like, and crouch walk at gun rack. Like. And the biggest thing for me on that fact is you have Glitch with Evil Eyes, and no one that's dead is watching them. Question mark? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Let's get some information. Let's try and help out our team. I don't know the exact placement because we didn't get to see them. But if those are down in sight like they should be, that's very questionable.
Perhaps the last round going to be coming in. They choose to go back to Church Arsenal. They feel like they can maybe fix their mistakes, and I'm hoping that they can. Certainly, if they're trying to roam a little bit harder, or as hard as they did last time, they're likely to find the same sort of failures that they did the first time. But it seems like for this round, they're choosing to keep most people down in the basement. They did bring the Rook. That's Factory's going to be up on that operator, so that might help out any roamers a little bit more. Might help you for some spawn picks or something, but that's not what they're going for. I think they have all 5 players down in the basement, so alright, at least they're changing something up. You've seen that your roam play does not work, and you're worrying a little bit because that was the main thing for the enemy's defense. Now you're going to try it without any roamers. You're going to keep people back on site. You're going to make sure they can't rush into you, and at the very least, when the push comes in, you're not going to be at a player disadvantage. Ideally.
Yeah, but here's the one thing about, especially this site on Clubhouse. There is a lot of tight angles here. We've seen so many clutches by shotguns on this site specifically, as you guys can see Rainbow playing close on the vending machine area next to Moto. There's so many things down here that you have to be worried about when you're getting aggressive, and one of those is going to be the blue area. You can either have someone playing inside of it, or you'll have someone just holding the door, which can also bring up quite a bit of effect. Spade's trying to find Glitch, but it's not going to happen. Glitch will actually get tagged up by a grenade. 56 seconds left on the clock, and it actually appears that things are slowing down for Disrupt. Like, okay, there was no roamers who can't get any initial entry frags here. We're gonna have to try and fight into these ACOG angles, and you can see how many of them they have. They have Factor, they have Glitch. Both of them playing those long angles. Speaking of Glitch, he's gonna die. Modigga will take him down. 4v5. That's the entry frag they needed. Rainbow going to be the next on the list as Evil Wobble will find him. 30 seconds left. Plenty of damage done to the offense, but it's going to be all DG all the way as Spades and Yeti find two of their own, and Talon all left alone, but no, Disrupt take it 7-1 here on Clubhouse.
That hurts for Toon Squad. This was a match that I thought was winnable for them. I don't know if I necessarily predicted them to win, but I thought that they could at least take this pretty far, more than one round, surely. 7-1 scoreline. Well, at least Disrupt are back. You know, that's a lot of faith